Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again to Minecraft from the fog. And is it just me, or are these reflections actually a lot more reflecty than they were before? At the time of this recording, this game is only just updated to a new version, not only of Minecraft, but of From the Fog. Now, I haven't read any patch notes, so I have no idea what's in store for me, both from the mod and from the game itself. Which means that after a month away, we've got some exploring to do. Isn't that right, Liberty? These two really seem to like frolicking about in this library ever since I built it, which sort of makes sense. I think it's actually the largest area in Miskatonic. All sorts of arcane knowledge and hidden secrets within. And not to mention whatever Liberty and Percy like to read. Actually, I like to imagine that those dark rituals are the very thing Liberty likes to immerse herself in while I'm away. Roping Percy into it, who likes to be the voice of reason, but honestly also kind of wants to see what'll happen. Summoning all kinds of unspeakable horrors while I'm out adventuring, only barely managing to get them back into their accursed tomb and get the house back in order moments before I walk in the door. Telling Justice exactly what to say to me when questioned, and Justice is kind of clueless about everything that was going on, not really understanding it, but just happy to play a part. But of course they'll never tell me that. I really do like to think about what they get up to while I'm away, and knowing Liberty, the one who listens to that scary music that even I can't stand, the one who likes being in the Nether of all places. Oh, I have also gone ahead and gone with a couple of your suggestions for this library construction-wise. Threw up some paintings that stare down eerily at us from above. Made a couple of modifications to the skylight itself so that there's a little more detail to it. Threw some nice railings around the stairway to make it safe for the kids, even though, now that I think about it, they can fly, so I guess it's more for me than anything. But this is the Library of Miskatonic. It features all the dark secrets that I've learned throughout my travels, and some I've yet to dabble in. And there's more still to find. Last time we conquered the end, and there's still more to do there. Last time I noted that there was seemingly a rift within the rift, something hovering above the entrance in the end itself. And some of you told me that that entrance can be accessed with ender pearls. You two'll be fine while I go on another trip, right? Given everything I've just said? Man, when I leave them alone, it makes me grateful I built this place mostly out of fire-retardant materials. Now, I really enjoyed that ending, which I hadn't actually seen before, because it serves not only as a statement about the game itself, but a statement about life and about how the game emulates life. I mean, look at all we've built. All we've done, the stories we've created, the, people we've... Anyway, Darwin, you're going to watch over Hannibal for a while. I am going to go on yet another voyage to a faraway land. Because that's what it's all about. As long as there's something to create, as long as there's something to learn, as long as there's something to do, our journey is never really over. And this time, I want our journey to be about figuring out what's going on beyond the end. Oh, Patience, you made a friend. Well, as long as they're home by nightfall, I suppose it's okay. Do his parents know he's here? Well, I guess it's fine for now, but anyways, I'm going to make that voyage, and this time we're going to have a secondary objective, and that's going to be to build a nether portal in the faraway land where that village is and where that tomb is, which holds the portal to the end. We're going to be going there a lot in the future, and we really need to get those wait times down. Hello? B, what do you need a boat for? You can fly. I almost can't believe how weirdly nostalgic it feels. even though I've only been away for about a month, and even though the series as a whole only began a few months ago, it just feels like a place I've always known. Anyways, establishing my relationship and therefore trade with these villagers is going to be quite critical. And to do that, we're going to have to extend the Transnether rail system. Man, this place is absolutely swarming with enemies. I've killed a bunch already, and they just keep coming. Yeah, I'm trying to find some like, base-level lava so that I can make some obsidian. That stuff has actually been quite short supply just because I've always been too lazy to mine a bunch of it. And I'm so conservation-minded that everywhere there is a lot of it that it can be made, I kind of tend to want to conserve. You know, I've actually just realized these arrows have the dual use of being able to light an area remotely. So that's something we can do. Oh, we're discovering new technology and uses all the time. But that's what I love so much about Minecraft, is that when your mechanics become deep and complex enough, even on a level like this, it allows so much experimentation and non-standard uses for the tools you're given. Hello, are those diamonds I see? No! Oh, once again, a bat tries to take one for the team. I'm actually starting to think of the creepers as, like, environmentalists, which makes sense if you go with the theory that they actually are plant-based. I suppose I could just use the lava in this room. What does that get me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would have to dip into this. I don't think this will take away the portal. And to be honest, I kind of wanted to do this anyway. And just because I'm real nervous jumping through here. And I did it several times. Oh, and it seems like the portal actually produces a bunch of light all its own. So that's useful to know. Or maybe it's these things. Maybe they glow. I'm a poet and I don't know it. Oh man, it's even weirder standing under it when I move my view around. Oh, and the void actually moves with me. The world moves around me, but it stays exactly the same. It's almost like... well, it's almost like a world moving around me in-game while I'm wearing like a VR headset or something. It really brings the nature of reality itself in this world into question. Which I suppose has sort of meta levels of separation, given the fact that we're playing a video game. But then again, I suppose that's exactly the point. We should bring these things upstairs and build that portal. 14, the exact right amount. You know, placing up... whoa. Oh, is that a villager? That's a villager. I thought you were Herobrine for a second. What are you doing all the way over there? Quite a distance to the nearest house. I suppose it's not too far, but man, silhouetting yourself against the sky in a snowstorm, all in shadow? Ugh. You're pretty creepy, too. But in a different way. Yet, placing a new portal in a new village has actually become something of a rite of passage, something of a ceremony, hasn't it? I mean, in doing this, I'm essentially, officially welcoming them to the fold. Officially bringing them into the family. Although it is worth noting that no villager has ever actually been back to Miskatonic yet, so I still like to think I'm every bit as mysterious, more so to these guys than any other village, probably. I mean, I just showed up one day, made a few trades, and then disappeared off to some random archaeological find off in the mountains. Oh, just for a little update on that, in case you guys were interested, that dig did actually uncover what is essentially the source code of the universe, a parallel reality, and I spoke with multiple gods, so, you know, just in case you want to update your scripture accordingly. I'm gonna get going now. Oh, what I'm about to plop down, by the way, that's unrelated, so don't even worry about it. Now, there is a little bit of strategy to this. You want to build it close enough that it's not annoying, but also where they're not likely to wander into it. Or where not too many of them are likely to wander into it. So let's just place it down right here. Looks like a good spot. Go there. There, there, there. And I do have flint and steel. And there we go. Now, I do have a gold helmet so that we can at least take a moment and survey our immediate surroundings. We've got to remember that if we step through facing this way, our home is off that direction someplace, so we got to consider that when planning our search. I'm not going to build it now, I just want to do a quick scout and see if we can see anything familiar. Of course, adhering to our usual strategy of placing torches down so that we can maybe find our way back. Oops. Now, ooh, over there. Is that the ramp downward? Hang on. That looks like... You know what? That might actually be the sort of dilapidated fortress that we explored in the beginning. The one where I died a couple of times, much to my annoyance. But if so, that would actually... Yeah, that would actually confirm what I already believed about the direction of travel. I'm gonna head down there and see what we can see. Are we gonna be cool? Are we gonna be cool? Because you guys have randomly turned on me a couple of times ever since I built New Dunwich. And I do not have any of those blue things here. I could be mining more netherrack to do this, and I probably should. I just like to use cobblestone because it stands out in the nether. And this definitely looks like one of my bridges, and that looks like one of my stairs. Oh, if we can actually do this from right here, this section of the Trans-Nether rail system is actually going to be real easy. Let's see, can we get off here? We can. And I believe right over here-ish should be... Oof. Come on. Over here. Yes! Yes! And no. Yeah, this should be the minecart that leads us to Innsmouth. Oh, I am so excited for this. This is going to be so much easier than I thought. No, really, guys. You need to stay away from this thing. That bears repeating. But speaking of going places you shouldn't, I'll be visiting your home momentarily. Now, here's my considerations when it comes to safety for the end, right? I have one ender pearl for extra. You guys have been telling me that that box, that rift within the rift, can be entered using an ender pearl. I have 3. 1 to get in, 1 to get back, and 1 in case of a mishap. That's my freebie. But I'm starting to think maybe I should have brought more. I mean, I don't think we're going to be under much threat from enemies, because Endermen don't attack unless you look directly at them, and I don't think the Ender Dragon will be respawning unless we respawn him ourselves. Or her, I think you guys have said. So we're gonna do this cautiously. I mean, like I've said, the end is something I've never explored in Minecraft before. Even though it's been a thing for a long time, I really have... Well, I have no idea what awaits me. Sort of like the ancient city. Sort of like Roya. It makes me really nervous. But the thing is, the lesson that I learned throughout this series is that I need to put my nerves aside sometimes and just go for it. It'll never be as bad as I hype it up to be. I mean, how many times did I turn tail and run at the thought of entering the deep dark? Only for me to absolutely conquer one of the largest concentrations of it we've ever seen. Not to mention every other concentration before that. But let's just make sure we've got everything we need. We've got food. We actually don't have falling potions, so I hope I won't be doing a lot of falling. And we've got some material we can use to climb. In we go. Alright, now the very first thing we're going to want to check when we pop out... there's still a ton of you. Are you guys going to be mean? You're certainly trying to goad me, but it seems like vampire rules still apply. You need to be invited to kill me. That's how vampires work, right? Anyway, it seems that the Ender Dragon is still gone. We still have her egg. And that will lead us back. What we need, I hope it's still there, I hope it doesn't change position, is to get up there. I had noticed that before, but I wasn't really sure about how to go about entering, but you guys let me know in the comments that it is the Ender Pearls. Let's also collect a bunch of this, both for stacking and for sprucing up our base. I don't know what to do with it yet. I just like taking things from foreign lands. And let's climb, climb, climb. I don't know if it does anything or if it's just a building material. Now we can't make our way through on our own, which means we need to make use of these. I am so... Look at all this gear. Some of it new. I am so afraid that we're going to end up going somewhere we can't get back from. Here goes. And we get the achievement, Remote Getaway. Oh, but it looks like we're going to need... What is that noise? It looks like we're going to need considerably more of these things if we want to navigate. But we can get back this way. Oh, look at all this! It's a whole other world! A whole new set of structures! All kinds of new tiles and bricks. And all kinds of new creatures. That's a sound I've never heard in this game before. Okay, we're gonna start slowly making our way downstairs. Oh, you don't like that, do you? We haven't actually snagged any of this stuff yet. Okay, let's start moving down this way. No? Make ourselves a staircase. The city at the end of the game. We need to check our recipes, and we need to check our achievements. Oh, it's making me real nervous that we still can't see whatever's down there! Okay, well, you're immediately hostile, which means so are we. No? Oh, are you in like a cage? Oh, you're like a box! Ugh! Ooh, levitation? Oh, around here, that's a blessing and a... Wait! We can't actually stop ourselves from rising, so it's much more a curse than a blessing. Got it. Understood. Thank you, game. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, and what are these? End rod. Well, what do end rods do? Looks like there's some kind of banner hanging from this thing. Suggesting that there is some kind of maybe ceremonial value here? In any case, this place looks like it's either crumbling or was always meant to be traversed in this way. Oh, this is quite dangerous. But these will make some very nice bathroom lights. Okay, let's start making our way downward. We should be okay as long as there aren't any gaps. We can jump back up. Oh, but there's a whole lot of things down there. Levitation not too dangerous to us, so long as... Ooh, these things actually follow us. Not too dangerous so long as we stay under a roof. But it can potentially reset our progress, which is annoying. Kill you. I have no idea what you things are. Yep. Yep. Oh, ladders, too. Oh, wood ladders, which suggests maybe someone else was here before us? Oh, you guys are like fixed positions. Which means we can eliminate you quite easily, actually. These attacks pack a punch, but they're not insurmountable. I just hope this bow doesn't break. That would be a real tragedy. Oh man, it's like fighting the security at Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. This is ridiculous. But that's a bunch of you down, and me still up. Ooh, wait, whoa, treasure. But first I want to pick up this. Shulker shell. Shulker shell, so I guess shulkers are you guys. There's still a bunch of you surrounding us. I think one of those chests might be one of those end chests, those quantum chests that can be accessed from anywhere. I suppose that means there's, in reality, only ever one. Okay, let's make our way over there slowly. Place down a couple of U's. I know you're probably supposed to navigate with ender pearls, but I'm trying to conserve those at the moment, considering they're our ride out of here. Yeah, nothing there. And lots of, ooh, diamond and gold. Oh, come on, where are you? Oh, right there. Oh, you guys can hide anywhere. You blend in. And I can't even hurt you while you're like this. Not with melee, anyway. And I suppose we'll take this as well, right? Oh, it explodes into obsidian. Okay, well, we can make them. It's just a question of maybe we need silk touch. All right, so we'll have to strategize with those a little bit. Die. Okay, we can use the floating to our advantage, but getting knocked around like this ain't the best of things. Die. Die. Yeah, you're all along the outside. Come on. Nope. This is so dangerous. See, every time one of these things hits us, it resets the timer, which means we're going to go higher and higher, which means we're more and more likely to die and more and more likely to get pushed out over the edge. Oh, Jesus. We need to make sure that our health is full up. Or we can get over here, too. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. Oh, there's just so many of them. They're, like, guaranteed to get hits in, especially once they all start firing at once. I wonder if maybe shields will actually cancel out the attack, or if it'll still count as a hit anyway. Okay, let's try exiting from here. Okay, I think that gets us where we want to be. Smack. Every one of these we eliminate makes things easier. Makes it less likely that one of these things hits us, makes it fewer of them coming at us at a given time. Boom. Oh, there's one of you right here. Is there? You've given away your position. You just teleported away. I don't even think you died. I'm starting to think at this point that they are respawning, so I'm just going to kind of make this like a mad dash loot run. And not really go too much for that thing over there in the meantime. Okay, gotta get you. This is so annoying. If we're gonna get levitated, we might as well use it to our advantage. Let's get in here. These guys are swiftly becoming more annoying than cool. Come on. So it's starting to seem like you can fire without looking out, which is a little ungood. This means there's like nothing I can do about you. Oh, my arrows won't even catch fire when you're in that state. Okay, I descended down into this central stack, the one that seems to go all the way down. And there's just so many of them here. I actually fell out of the way, managed to kill a couple. And this bow is about to break, which sucks. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this. Probably kill is the usual safe bet. Then I gotta get out of here. Anything here? Just a whole lot more gold. And some pretty nice enchantments, but not actually anything... Ooh, actually, perhaps... Perhaps we can use this, unless it has to be diamond. Nope, we got it. Okay, well, it's 2 to be useful, but at least it saves us a little bit of resources, a little bit of hunting. Okay, I am so battered. I definitely think it's time for us to get out of here. This was a very useful first incursion, but I think it's more than time enough to retreat. Our inventory is full. We've learned... Well, we haven't actually learned anything, but we learned that things are here. And we need to learn what we can actually do with all of these crazy samples we're bringing back. Huh. I just saw it again for a longer time, and it seems like that beam comes down from the portal. Now, it's made out of bedrock, so we can't actually dissect it to take a look for ourselves, but it's definitely something to think about, possibly a clue as to how all this actually works. Let's use these blocks to build ourselves up. We're gonna have to do some proper stairs at some point, but it'll work fine for now, and easy peasy, away we go. Which brings us back to, oh, this one, so we have to work our way down again. And there's our staircase for ease of access next time. And let's bring our haul back and start dissecting the specimens, shall we? Especially of note are the... What were they called? Shulk sensors? Ah, it does it here as well. Or sorry, Shulk cells. I'm getting it confused with the skulk sensors. I really want to know what it is we do with those. Huh. It took us right back to our bed. Maybe that's how it always worked. Maybe the only reason it deposited us back at the portal before was because I slept there for ease of respawning. Just like waking up from a dream. I suppose you could treat every day like that, huh? Yesterday was a dream, today's something new. Don't actually do that. The court system doesn't work that way. I found that out the hard way. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. I really would like to start planting more of these nether trees and really create a forest to surround Miskatonic. I mean, just think. I always called it the witch's house. Imagine if it was actually found at the center of an unnatural forest. But you know, I just can't stop thinking about what you guys said about the ending. How it asked us to wake up the same way Herobrine did throughout the game. I had spent the whole game speculating on where Herobrine comes from. The Nether, the End, my shipmates. But I'm starting to think that it's something deeper altogether. Something that may not actually be malicious, even while trying to kill me. Almost like the same way a game developer might program in an enemy that tries to kill me for the purpose of my own enjoyment. Actually, come to think of it, we haven't seen Herobrine this entire time. Kinda strange, actually. And I did notice that sightings were fewer and farther between, even in the previous episode, ever since taking on the Ender Dragon, although I think there was one little appearance at the end. Purpur Pillar. Purpur Block. Oh, and of course, for our throne room decorating needs, we've also got a couple of these guys. Did I take down the banners that were here? I actually may have at some point, but oh well. This is more appropriate anyway. Hey kids, I've got some more decorations for us. Oh, that looks even better with the orange glow of the sunset. What do you guys think? Like right here? Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Looks like missing textures in Gary's mod, giving this kind of a shared universe. In this moment, I guess it's like my character feels almost a weird nostalgia looking at these otherworldly banners, trying to decipher what they mean and almost feeling like they remind me of a past life. Shortly after episode 20 came out and the world was released for download, somebody actually sent me a video of them touring their revamp of this place, and it's actually inspired me a lot because it looked really, really cool. I'll be showing some clips on screen and the user's name. It looked absolutely incredible, and I'll probably be incorporating some of those ideas. But for now, I just need to rest, repair my stuff, and get ready to get back to the end. Let's just place this chest right here, and eventually we'll start to see how it works. Maybe we'll place one of these banners in here just as a test. Oh, that is creepy. Look at that. That eye staring back up at us. And crystals. Those are the things the Ender Dragon uses to heal. We obviously don't want to be bringing that thing back anytime soon, but I actually might if I find myself in need of more XP. Shulker box, which is used by a chest and 2 Shulker shells. It's not even that hard, and it's a tongue twister for me. But I think that's about it. I want to try making one of those Shulker boxes. I want to find out what they do. So let's take some wood from here. Make ourselves a Chesteroonie. Now what do we have to do? We had to place you there, and then you and you, and we get our first Shulker box. Now, what does a Shulker box actually do? Okay, what if we put some dirt in it? No? Huh. I guess it's just a cool kind of box that we made out of the shell of a dead living organism. Okay, well this thing doesn't have punch, so I guess that's fine. And we get flame and punch too. This already has flame, but that's okay. And then put them together in the anvil, right? I think punch knocks enemies back, which will be really useful for things like creepers. Oh, it's you guys again. You know what? Whatever. I could actually use some more falling potions. Oh, you guys are such a cool addition. I love the idea of like a literal sleep demon that comes after you to punish you for your workaholic habits. But if anything, you're more of a reward once you know what you do. But I guess that's kind of the case with everything in this game, right? It appears, it's a threat, it's scary. The visor on the house glows. Window. And then you learn how to harness it. Everything here is here for a reason, just as would be the case if there were a loving universe. I wonder if I make 2 of these, can I? Oh, they don't stack. Which I'm guessing means that they very likely won't form a double chest, right? No, they won't. Oh, that's sad. Oh, wait. I get it. They don't stack because they carry their own inventory. They don't spill out when I destroy them. That is so cool. Oh, which means... Wait. Put you down. You're the one that contains the dirt, right? Okay, so... Oh, wait. Let's make sure these aren't quantum, too. They're not. Okay. You contain the dirt, right? Which means we can go like that. Oh, but they're not recursive. Okay. 2 seconds in, and I was already trying to cheese that. Oh, look. We can even actually... We can put them in a regular chest, and we can see what's in them. Very, very useful to know. Very, very cool thing. Anyway, there's that repaired. And I just need to go downstairs and grab myself some more, what do you call it? I need to grab myself some more potions. Potions of falling will be nice. Milk, I think it's kind of not worth bringing to get rid of those effects. And all kinds of dirt and cheap materials that we can use to build bridges. Oh my, we've really reached that point, haven't we? The point where going to these places becomes more of a commute than an adventure. Although I suppose this place, the place that once held the being at the end of the universe, now functions more as, like, I don't know, a connecting flight. Anyway, let's get ourselves in there. Probably still should have brought more than one of these. I mean, what if I somehow managed to screw it up on the way out? But let's get ourselves down there. Now, we will build a staircase on the way out, but for now, I think we're just going to utilize the potion of slow falling. And the reason for that is because I have a few of these. We'll need them in case we get knocked off by any of these guys hanging onto the walls. And we have basically 2 goals for this part, and that's up and down. That thing over there, and the landscape below. And we're going to accomplish that with lots and lots of dirt. Well, this is certainly something, isn't it? We've seen this bug before. I can't remember how you told me to fix it. There was actually a fix that you guys told me about while mining, and it did work when I tried it. Was it to F5. And here it comes. Okay, so you guys are active in there as well. Can we outrun whatever it is you're shooting at me? Kinda. Yeah, it just loses interest after a bit. Will it navigate around this wall? No, it will not. You will poke your head out and promptly die for it. Come on. Gotta hit you. Doesn't even matter if you get me. In fact, I actually kind of want you to right now, because I can go like... There we are. And if I fall down, it won't matter. Or at least I don't think it will. That's a void down there. Where will that take me? Will it just bring me right back out? I honestly don't know. I shouldn't be so haphazard with my looking either. I mean, look at all the Endermen down there. And they sort of hide in amongst those strange trees. A brewing stand. See, we're seeing things, the ladders, the brewing stand, that indicate that perhaps we're not the first to be here. And that Enderman seemed different from some of the others. There's something over there as well, some kind of block. We can drop down from here. What's over here? Gotta keep an eye on our slow falling. That's an Ender Dragon head! This place... Was this maybe built by someone who conquered here before? Before me? Who could it have been? Alright, well, let's get up here. That little bit of an ego crisis aside. I don't see anything, though. It's just the top of the tower. Alright, let's try and get ourselves in there. Enderman has moved. First time I've seen you in one of these structures. Oh, we can actually shoot these right out of the sky. That's useful. Smack. Oh, but it's actually helping you right now. Wait, is that what I think it is? Is that what I think it is? I've seen these in creative. Hang on. First, oh. Okay, we'll take all of that. An iron pickaxe of mending. Leave that for now. That's an elytra, or elytra, however you pronounce it. I don't care. We have it now. I've seen these in creative. I'm pretty sure these actually enable us to fly. But how do we use it? I'm sorry, I didn't look at you. Didn't look at you. Didn't look at you. Oh, it replaces our chest plate. It's gonna be... Oh, I would hate to lose this right now. Is there only one that spawns in the game? Because I would really hate to lose this. Okay, leap of faith. Whoa! Okay, I didn't use it right, but for a second, it seemed like it was working. Maybe we try it with the jump key, which makes more sense in retrospect, but Shift does everything in games. It's just how it works. All right, we'll do it, but it seems like they don't want me to leave. Let's do it. No! This is so much smoother than I imagined. It's perfect. I mean, presumably there's no propulsion. We just glide until we run out of steam, but this is absolutely incredible. This feels so good. This is a game changer. I couldn't figure out how to stop without crashing myself into the ground. Maybe that's Shift. But wow. Oh, but it does have limited uses. We'll need to repair it. Question is how. That'll be a question for you guys and the wiki. Now, I want to start harvesting samples of this stuff. It looks almost veiny up close. But I'm worried they'll attack me or something. But it does all fall down like trees probably should. New recipes, new objects. What is it? Chorus fruit. Did that just cause one to spawn on me? I'm not entirely sure what that did. Is that how we farm them? By eating them? I suppose that does play into the very strange nature of the end. Things just don't work intuitively here. Oh, this is so cool. I didn't expect to be so interested in what's beyond that. I thought, if anything, it would just be like, I don't know, a building or something like this, just more platforms floating in the void, but this is something else, and it seems like what we've received is actually a gift meant to allow us to explore this void. But it's almost too valuable for that. Yeah, you keep hitting yourselves. Or maybe that's Thorn doing its thing, I don't know. Okay, forget this. Let's just grab more of these things, because we can never have too many of these Shulk chests. Eliminate as many of you guys as we possibly can. And I guess we just start exploring the rest of this place, right? Alright. You guys seem to have skedaddled, which is fine by me. And let's start building our spiral staircase to the top of this thing. Oh, a real treasure indeed. It really feels like something endgame. I mean, because that's the thing you always think in Minecraft is like, yeah, all these upgrades are cool, but imagine if I could actually have, honest-to-God, flight. See, the thing is, I would start exploring these other islands. I want to. I just don't know how I would go about getting back. At a certain point, I'll have to experiment with what happens when I jump into the void. Either I get deposited back in my bed like normal, or I die. And all these enchantments and repairs really have taken a number on the levels I got from killing the Ender Dragon, so I actually should start cannibalizing these things for obsidian, huh? Probably the best way to go about doing that. But we go through here and find ourselves back here. Easy peasy. Now, let's see if we can go about growing some of these chorus fruits right here. And I really hope I'm right about what it is they actually achieve. I'll have to check my recipe book, but... patience, are you ready for this? No, I didn't. I just... Well, I don't know what that did. Caused some kind of teleportation nonsense to occur. Huh, according to the wiki, they can be eaten even when the bar is full, and can teleport us up to 8 blocks away. Hello, patience! Ah, fancy meeting you here! You're probably really confused about what just happened. That's okay, so am I. Well, I guess they can be used to bail you out of a jam. Like getting trapped or imminently about to be killed. Oh, we are definitely going to want more of this stuff. If anything, for recreational use. And I also read that it can be smelted and used to make those ender materials. Now, since I have been meaning to address the issue of things spawning down here, these redstone torches clearly not being enough light, I think this might be a cool replacement for now. Do the exact same thing, but keep the monsters at bay. Oh, I also thought of one other potential use. Porch light. I really do love using something from the end of the universe for such petty vanity purposes. Hey there, Justice. I haven't checked in on you in a while. Can't help but notice you still haven't taken this opportunity to view the sea in all its glory. Just saying, spent quite a lot of time on that little hatch. Wow, look at that launch on Punch 2. I'm gonna have to make another bow with Punch 2 just to get Punch 3. Would love to see that. And as expected, it does certainly make things way easier when dealing with creepers. With this branch of the Trans-Nether Rail system almost complete, still need to set up the powered rails and finish off the last length of track. But that's all I have for now, and I don't really feel like doing too much more in the moment. So that basically frees us up for many more trips to the end. And I can't wait to learn what else it's hiding, especially how we can keep that elytra going indefinitely. But now... all I can think about is how I can't wait to show off to the kids. I hear you. There you are. Oh, they surprised me. They were up there giggling. We're going to scare him when he comes in. And then actually they did. They did catch me off guard. Two of these things flying around. You'd think you'd see them when entering a small space like this. They just tackled me all at once. I should probably check to see if my wallet's still in my pocket. But anyway, both of you up here. Come on. Not just you, Liberty. Percy, too. She's reading. She doesn't want to be bothered, but she's going to have to make time. Wow. That looks really weird, but really cool. Look at that fish against the glass becoming all distorted. I have no idea how many it actually is. May even just be one. Do you like looking at the fishies? Oh, also, Justice doesn't count as a fishy. Justice is a whole other thing. Actually, Justice, you haven't done much looking at the fishies, even though I built you this whole thing. But then again, that's the dad life, isn't it? Build them a whole playset and then watch them use it once. Alright, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Oh, they're excited. They really want to see what's going to happen. And we'll leave it at that, alright? You guys ready to go? I want you to fly with me now. Oh, how cool is this? As the sun sets over Miskatonic, I can finally fly with my girls. That is so cool. It took me all this time just to get on their level. But it's certainly a lot of fun. I wonder if there's not even ways we can extend this, give myself some kind of propulsion. But we have built ourselves the perfect launching point. And maybe there's even incentive to build something a little taller. But stuff like that'll have to wait until next time. This wasn't much of a full episode, really more just checking in, so there wasn't a whole lot of the other villages. But I do feel like it was a good way to revisit home. And you can't say we haven't made some interesting discoveries in the process. I think now would be a good time to see how well this baby performs at night. What do you think? And I will never not love the sound of that thing going off as I enter my tower. Enter my tower! Now wearing my gold crown and cape. Oh, let's do it, and now we gotta run! I'm not the only one up here. Starting a new record session now, and I was initially going to end this by leaping off the tower with the elytra for the first time. But there's a couple ideas spinning in my head, and I just couldn't wait to try them, especially since we have no idea how long it's going to be between parts now. So first of all, let's make ourselves an Eye of Ender, and then we can make a new Ender chest. And let's just confirm, since we're doing a lot of chest-based science now, that this works the way I think it will. If we come outside, place this down, say, here. Yes, it really is a quantum storage device. We can see the magenta banner in there, the one we took from the end. And presumably this will work the same for all of them, right? We're essentially limited to this amount of quantum storage space. But it's storage we can access from anywhere. In fact, I'm pretty sure it even works between worlds. Also, I want to have a look at the config to see why we haven't been seeing Herobrine. So none of this should matter, considering we've been in-game all this time already. Although, perhaps maybe it's reset by the fact that it's a new version? Give it control. Changes whether or not Herobrine can modify the config. Okay, that is certainly a wildcard new option. Honestly, I'm almost tempted to do it. It would give a little bit of spice to this whole thing, wouldn't it? Let's... Oh my god. Oh, not only does it give Herobrine control, it actually takes control away from us. We can't even see what's enabled. Oh, that is so cool. I love it. I love how they're still adding new features that add to that sort of haunted lore that it takes inspiration from. Glitched out text, removing player control. On my way back to the end once again, and what I had read is that we can actually extend our flight time with the elytra using fireworks. That the more gunpowder we add, the longer each firework will actually enable us to propel ourselves. So let's try making just a whole bunch of these, and it seems they are actually very, very cheap to make. Now, how do we actually use these things? Ooh. Okay, maybe we shouldn't set these things off under a ceiling. Maybe these are more of an open-air type of thing. Alright, maybe we can try for a celebration on the spot of our final victory. And they just kind of fizzle out. Maybe we actually have to add something, because I'm pretty sure there's, like, all different kinds of fireworks. And maybe this is only, like, the most basic one. Okay, but the reason I'm actually here is because I wanted to try out an idea I had. Obviously, getting Ender Eyes, or whatever they're called, Ender Pearls, requires fighting these guys. And that's easier said than done a lot of the time. So, something I was thinking about for getting into that cramped, narrow space. You already see where this is going. Maybe we can go like that. Oh, it does actually work. Awesome. Oh, I'm so glad. I was literally watching this back in editing and thinking, wait a minute. What if we, like, could crawl in there? But I am certainly happy with this outcome now. Let's see if we can try for another thing. Oh, I love it when I discover a new feature of this game and get to do some science. Alright, let's double check that I am wearing it. Okay, that does enable us to propel ourselves. Oh, and it does enable us to get quite a bit of distance, and there is just a huge expanse. Oh, this is real creepy, though. Is it just endless this? Will it continue to generate new terrain? Will it continue to generate new structures, more importantly? Like, is there a reason to continue exploring this, or am I just getting myself trapped in the rift between worlds? There's something about this place that just feels so cold. Is that where we had just come from, or is my sense of direction totally messed up? But man, seeing those lights on the edge of the darkness was... well, it was quite creepy, to say the least. I think we were more in that direction. Oh, I really hope I don't lose my place. One way we can tell... I was going to say, one way we can tell is if there's a bridge leading out, and there isn't. There isn't. This is an entirely new one. But this one doesn't have a portal above it. I wonder if there's any way for us to point the way? I really need to maintain my sense of direction. Wait. Call me crazy, but that actually looks like a ship. A ship suspended in the air. I had been talking about someone coming here before me, but if this is where we found that elytra, that all but confirms it, doesn't it? Someone was here before, but who? Okay, we really need to keep in mind this way is where we need to go. Alright, now one question is, can we take off from the ground? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Oop. But you guys can spawn around here as well. Alright. Fireworks, tremendously useful, but we have to be careful not to exhaust our supply. Because if we do, then we're going to be dependent on building bridges to get back. Alright, let's get ready to fight you guys. I'm just like almost overwhelmed. This is so alien to me in what is usually such a familiar game that even by the standards of all that I've learned within the course of this series, it feels like I'm having a dream about Minecraft. You ever do that? You ever have dreams about features that don't exist? But it seems one of these can be found in any of them. And now we've got 2. Got a whole lot of good stuff here, a whole lot of good diamond materials, and now would actually not be a bad time to employ one of these shulk chests, because we can put all our valued lootables in here, keep the sword for now, and now, I really hope I'm right about this, if we destroy this, all of those things remain stored within. Excellent. Oh wow, and we're getting a lot of really good enchantments here as well. Yes? Oh man, it feels weird being on the other side of being window-stalked for once. I'm sure that villager in Innsmouth would be happy to know that this is happening to me. And also, I think I kind of want to grab the trophy on the front of this ship. Let's just use some of our dirt to climb on out here. And flying is a little less impressive when you know that this is all a thing, and if we remove you... There we go, Dragon Head. Why we don't get one from the Ender Dragon herself, I don't know, but it seems at least 2 more have been destroyed in the past, which kind of makes me feel a little bit less special, not gonna lie. I'm sure there's plenty more to find in here, but since this is a realm worth exploring... Well, you know what that means. I'm gonna have to build a house here. Alright, this'll never not be terrifying, but there we go. And that gives us some propulsion. Good. And over here should be where we entered from, I think. Yes. Alright, we'll need to establish some kind of beacon! Okay, that was disorienting. The very next thing on my to-do list is going to be figuring out how to slowly come to a stop, because it is not good for precision landings with my current understanding, that's for sure. Actually, the next thing I kind of want to know is what happens if we try building a nether portal here? Hang on, I've got some mining to do. Okay, so I was, like, looking away while I was mining, and apparently an Enderman, like, walked into me even though my face was against a wall and killed me in, like, 2 hits. Okay, everything's still in the shulker box, and then still trying to do this. We kind of want to put everything on the way we had it before, just for the durability side of things. And, where's the helmet? Right there. Alright, I'm still really interested, though, in figuring out how this is actually going to work. So we have 5 obsidian, we need, like, 9 more. They're still doing it. They're still doing... Oh, come on! These things are so annoying to fight because, like, the way they jump around like this, it makes it impossible to hit them. Like, you really just have to wildly click and hope it works. You can't eat while you're fighting them. This one might actually kill me again. Yeah, you can't even do the jump for more crits because of whatever that is. There we go. So if I put this, like, right here, and now I'll actually probably have to go back to the overworld to get some flint and steel. Also, what happens if I throw stuff through the portal? Will that end up right... No, I don't get it back. It's just gone. Wow, that's kind of scary when I go to open the door. But I think this would make a pretty good top to the throne, don't you think? Yeah, look at that. Oh, and Liberty is so into this. Oh, Liberty is, like, sick. Swimming right up the mouth of the decapitated god. Kind of weird that the eyes are still open and glowing. Kind of makes me think it's not dead, just dormant. Paralyzed, forced to watch. Actually, when you put it like that, I kind of like this so much better now. Okay, but we can start putting our stuff away. We no longer need the elytra. We no longer need, actually, a lot of this stuff. We just sort this loot, and we'll go back with a flint and steel to figure out what the nether portal does. Now, if all of you can kindly stay out of my face for 2 seconds. It just doesn't work here. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It doesn't really have a corresponding overworld spot to connect it. But still, it'd be kind of neat if it did something. Well, I guess something else will have to stand here as a monument to my, I guess, greatness? Although not so great if so many people have done this before. And I figured that illegal exotic animal trafficking is kind of my thing at this point, so let's just start planting all these things here. Come on, more view? Huh. So is that a coincidence just now, or will you all really just make a beeline straight for the void? Don't. Okay, I'm convinced it has to be intentional. Now the question is, this will be a better test than a block of obsidian to see if you're coming out somewhere? No? No, you're really just ending up in parts unknown. You know what? I've been forgetting this whole time. Let's actually have a look at those achievements. The end, and we got remote getaway, escape the island, the city at the end of the game, go on in, what could happen, and sky's the limit, find the elytra. Wait, great view from up here, levitate up 50 blocks from the attacks of a shulker. Okay, well, we could do that, but that's kind of one of those pain-to-gain achievements. And collect dragon's breath in a glass bottle. We'd have to respawn the ender dragon to do that, and I am not eager to do that. There is actually something I've been meaning to try, and in order to do that, I'm gonna have to get some levels. Which means, even though this has been a pretty self-contained episode, and we are going to have to do a little bit of a high-bye with some of the previously explored locations. Hi, New Dunwich. Bye, New Dunwich. Hi, King's Peak. Bye, King's Peak. Hi, captive boat mobs. Bye, captive boat mobs. There, wasn't that a fan service-filled trip down memory lane? Now let me do this for approximately 75 hours. That's the good stuff. You too, Junior. Wow, it's actually climbing up back inside to try and get away from me. Okay, let's see what we can get. Just place you on here, place you in here. We can't enchant you. Well, that was a worthwhile use of half an hour. I really assumed that would work. I have heard of people enchanting them, but I guess it can only be done through books. Well, I guess we'll just have to figure it out next time then, but in the meantime... Oof. God, that's creepy. I love it. You kids want to go for a ride? Never gets old. Alright, are you guys ready? Let's do this. Wow, I'm even outflying them. Ooh, but they're actually pretty fast themselves. They never usually get to show it. There is just so much awesomeness in this game, isn't there? I honestly feel like I'm a little closer to them because of this. Not literally, of course, I'm totally flying circles around them. But, as the sun sets on yet another amazing day in Minecraft, and I plummet still to my doom, if you like this video, Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this mod out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one. The one thing that will not stop bothering me is the fact that even now that I've, assured that it's working, we still haven't seen Herobrine. Seems he's even more subtle when we hand over the controls, which is actually really, really concerning. I've heard the footsteps behind me a couple times while recording this, but that's it. So, either something's not working with the new update, or there's something else going on, and either way, I don't like it.